G'day! In today's video I'm opening up an older Zenbook Duo that has a damaged charging port. So we'll be replacing this in the device. Right now you can currently push the charger in and keep pushing it in, and it might connect up and start charging for a second, and then it cuts straight back out. So what we're going to do is replace this on the main board. So to begin with, we're going to need a T4 screwdriver, a couple of flathead screwdrivers, and somewhere to put the screws. Also a pair of tweezers. There is these little rubber feet that go in the holes. They don't really do much. I'm not sure if they're just meant to stop gunk getting in there or what their story is, but let's get them out. So there is 6 of those, and under the 6 of those is 6 torque screws, and then there is 4 across the front just down here out of view. Go. That's the 6 out of the back. Now there's 4 black ones across the front. There we go. Now I'll move that out of the way, and I should be able to pry this up. Get my nail just in the right spot. If not, I'll use just a metal pry tool. So we'll pry this in just a corner. I think down the front would probably almost work the best. There we go. In there, lift, and that should just be able to be pulled off. Now that we're inside the machine, we've got a bit of disconnecting and screws to undo. Take this cover off. There we go. By enough, that's a copy of the actual chip. Put that aside. We want to disconnect the battery. So we'll zoom in, and here's what we got to do. We'll slide this forward, pull this up and back. Flick this one up, pull it towards me, this one up, pull it towards me. We will also have to take out the battery. Antenna cables we need to disconnect. 1, 2. Video cable. Pull that back. Speakers over here. Lift it up. Another video cable over here. Pull that away from you. Nope, don't want to leave. There we go. Now we're leaving. Same story over here. Away. Tweezers did help there. Next up, we're going to disconnect the battery. Unscrew the battery, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 screws. Just using a normal size flathead screwdriver. Should get that done. Should lift it out, off to the side. I did miss one other cable right here. I believe that is for the trackpad. Righto, so with all that disconnected, now it's a matter of going through again, disconnecting a few screws. Now, I'm pretty sure Leave these two, but very well that may not be the case. Another one over here. Right here. Another one hidden under here. There we go. And I do think the heatsink is attached, so we will have to remove that. I'll go back over to these two. And then we have a few screws hidden under here. One under here. So further 4 more screws. And hopefully we can lift. One removed. Turns out these two weren't necessary. So to keep it nice and straight, I'm going to put them back in. And now, let's get this faulty jack out of there. So what I'm going to use is my Asus soldering iron, currently at 400 degrees, a 951, a solder sucker, fresh soldering iron, and I'm just going to add fresh solder onto the existing joins. So we're going to feed into here. That, I should be able to use one of these to help suck it up at the end. Just the lever of manage or where to position the solder sucker. There we go. I think from here with the heat gun I should be able to get this off. So I'm using a quick 861. Hopefully there we go. And from here, soldering on some of that. the old. There we go, that fits and sits much better. Push that under there. Just do one corner to hold it in. There we go. There we go, replaced. Once I get you guys in focus. So I've finished testing out the board and I'm pretty happy with the charger port. Wiggling around, it is still active and proceeding as it should. Now to put this back in, we go from left to right. This side down first, opposite end of the charger port. We need to wiggle everything out of the way, like so. And video cable over here. That out of the way. Another cable here. Line it up. There we go, drop in. So now we're loosely sitting there. Now to begin with, I'm just going to connect up the cables while there's some wiggle room. So speaker. Actually, I'll zoom you guys into this one. So I'll go bottom display, or keyboard display, pulls in, lift up, slide in, pull down. Next up is the antenna cables. I'm going to line that over the top and then push down. Should snap into position. Similar there. Keyboard connector, slide in. Try to slide in. Click down. Keyboard backlight. Slide in. Pull down, should be up to the line. Next up is video connector up here. Line up and pull. Now I need to connect it up here. There we go. Connected. And now we put the fan screws back in, which are the longer variety. One. Two. 3, and 4. Can choose to put the covers back on. I'm going to leave those off. Still a bit stick. 1, 2. There we go. Next up, the 4 screws back into the main board. 1. So the motherboard or main board luckily just has an arrow indicator on where they need to go, which makes it nice and simple. If it doesn't have an arrow indicator, it probably doesn't need to go there. One hidden over here. There we go. There. Next up we want to reconnect is the battery. So it slides up, pushes down. This little lever latch pulls down. It should lock it into position. And now we've got the 6 magical screws to put back in. 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Put this back on. Now we see to put the bottom cover on, and we're pretty much done. So they are a bit dusty on the inside there. We'll just give that a wipe. So now we're clean. There's a thermal pad here, which is going to sit on. Actually, so it doesn't just fall off, I'll just take it off. Go on here. Push down. And then we've got the 6 silver T4 screws along there, and the 4 black ones across the front. And from there, you should hopefully have successfully changed the charging port in your Zenbook Duo UX481F. Granted, this video will also be relevant to quite a few similar models. I wouldn't imagine them to be too vastly different to this one. So, hope that helps, and I'll catch you guys later. I'm going to finish putting these screws in, stick it on charge, power it up, make sure we're all good again. But I think we should be pretty sweet. Bye.